I abandoned my family because they deserved it. As I was reflecting on everything yesterday, I was starting to experience something similar to the day I tried to confront Eve. The world got muffled. I felt I needed to log off. I called a hunting friend and asked if he could come over. We talked on the phone until he arrived, and the first thing he did was to confiscate all my ammunition. So he was pretty worried, I guess. He called my dad and stayed with me until he arrived. I have moved to a different city, so that took over 4 hours. Long story short, Dad arrived and he took me to see a doctor. As a result, I have been committed to a psychiatric facility. The doctors suspect that I suffer from emotional and psychological trauma. Probably depression as well. Apparently, the numbness, extreme desire to self-isolate, strange reactive behaviors like laughing at being physically hurt, nobody loves me, feeling undeserving, reclusive, are pretty clear indicators according to the doc. I hope to talk to my daughter in the near future if the counselors say it's okay for me and her, and if she wants to. My dad has talked to her a bit about the situation. He tells me that she loves me and asks for me. My dad is with me for now and I will be monitored 24/7 for the next few days. They tried some medication but I had a very negative reaction, so they will try something else tomorrow. Also, Bob somehow found out about me and DM'd my account and apologized. Eve hadn't told him the real reason I left for the hotel. She had just told him about the glass in the wall, leaving the rest out. Bob told me he had informed his superiors what he had done when he found out. According to him, everyone that should be, has been informed. He was suspended and ordered to undergo anger management training. If I submit a complaint, he would be dismissed. He has prepared a full written confession and all the paperwork for me if I choose to do so. All I needed to do was read it, and if I agreed to sign it, he would be dismissed. I decided to call Bob's employer and plead in Bob's case that he continues as a cop. Bob visited me on Thursday. He had prepared all the paperwork for me to file a complaint against him. He made no excuses. He admitted his behavior was completely out of line. He apologized for losing his cool, and that it was entirely his fault. He pushed me pretty hard to file against him actually. But I have been thinking about him. I have seen him throw himself in the path of a punch to protect an old woman being attacked. I know a lot of his colleagues, and they always talk about how he will always go that extra mile to help someone. I found out why his wife divorced him as well. Bob doesn't make much, but he donates 10% of his salary and volunteers 3 days a week to help the homeless. Apparently his ex found this to be unbearable. Bob refused to stop helping, so she divorced him. Bob is a good man. He lost control one time. I lost my way for over 6 months. Edit. I have been out of the psych ward since Friday morning. I have been getting a lot of therapy and I am doing much better. I have daily treatment, but I no longer need to be committed. I suffer the after effect of emotional trauma and have mild PTSD. My behavior has naturally been off as a result of this. I have been in intensive therapy and I am getting some medication. I only take the meds now and again at this stage if I feel overwhelmed. Some of my behavior, especially the isolation, probably made things even worse for me. I have talked a lot to my daughter. She tells me she has forgiven me. She never meant to make me feel unappreciated. She loves me. The first few days I didn't actually believe her. But once I got some perspective, I realized this doubt was all on me. I have apologized more times than I can count. She started telling me to stop apologizing actually. She has moved away from her mother and is living with my brother and his family at the moment. She gets along really well with his kids, and my brother has told us that she can stay for as long as she wants. I am in no condition to be a full-time parent at the moment, so for now, she will stay with them. My brother has arranged therapy for her and I will do my best to be the best father I can be from now on. My wife, Eve, has also moved out of the house and is living with her parents. My father has been paying the mortgage for me, without me knowing. So the house isn't sold yet. I am not looking forward to going back there to all the memories. I have decided to sell the house and downsize to a tiny home and live a life closer to nature with less stress. I will try to rent or buy a plot of land and live as simply as possible, at least for a while. My daughter loves this idea and has been researching tiny homes like a pro. Adam, the affair partner, is trying to reconcile with his wife and has cut Eve off completely. Eve has been to my dad's house almost weekly begging for him to contact me and let her talk to me. If what her mother tells me is correct, Eve lost her job and is in a terrible way. Barely leaving her room at her parents' house, she is shunned by pretty much everyone according to her mom. I have found a lawyer today and will start divorce proceedings ASAP. I bought a whole case of my hunting buddy's favorite whiskey and spent Saturday night there, thanking him. He is a true friend. He probably saved my life. My wife's affair completely broke me and my family. I was so broken I couldn't even see it myself. Up until then I was sort of holding myself together by convincing myself that I was doing better. But the truth is I was hanging on by the tiniest of threads.